Good morning. It's time for our all-age talk. Now, over the past few weeks and months, Andrew has used his many ducks to tell us stories about Jesus. Now, I've got ducks too, but the Artis family have different sorts of ducks. You see, my children were brought up with a variety of cuddly ducks, but it's not those I want to introduce you to today. Today I want you to meet the ducks who live on the shelves in our lounge. So I would like you to meet them. This is Prudence the Nice. This is George the Nasty. And this is our duck of love. Let's meet them a bit more closely. I'll begin with George the Nasty. Do you think he looks like a nasty piece of work? I dust him sometimes, and he makes me feel a little bit scared. He looks like he's going to pounce on me and give me a nasty bite. I think it's because he's all bent over and looks ready to attack. He's a bit like the things in our lives that make us fear or make us anxious. Now, how about Prue the Nice? Well, she looks like a very ordinary duck, a bit like a good friend or a mum sort of character. She cares about people and wouldn't dream of scaring them. Just the opposite. Prue would go out of her way to help those in need. She loves everyone, even George the Nasty. And finally meet my duck of love. Now, I bought this duck for my husband for Valentine's Day long ago. This is a duck who is just a whole bundle of love, who helps Prue to keep on loving George when he has been especially bad. This duck reminds Prue of what she has to do. And whenever I look at the duck of love, I remember Jesus, who loved the bad and the good and wanted to make the bad people into good people. So I want to tell you a story from the Bible about someone I'm sure you've heard of. His name was Zacchaeus. So guess who is going to be Zacchaeus in the story? You've got it in one. George the Nasty. He's a thoroughly nasty character. He used to collect taxes, and that's the money people had to pay the government for things like healthcare or schools. Well, Zacchaeus was really naughty. He took more money than he should, and as a result, he was very rich. He scared people, and they paid up, like poor Prue duck here. Your money or I'll do something really nasty to you. And poor Prue was so scared she paid up. Well, one day, George the Nasty, or Zacchaeus in the story, heard that Jesus was coming to their town. And he heard that he was a really clever man who actually was quite nice to people. Well, Zacchaeus was very curious as to what Jesus was really like. So he decided to follow the crowd. But he was quite a short man. So he had to climb a tree. Let me find my tree. He had to climb a tree in order to be able to see Jesus. Well, he climbed up, got to the top of the tree, and waited until Jesus came past. As Zacchaeus watched, Jesus came past, and much to his surprise, Jesus suddenly looked up and said, Zacchaeus, come down from that tree. I'm coming to your house for lunch today. Well, Zacchaeus was so surprised he nearly fell down from the tree, but he rushed home, stopping at Marks and Spencer's on the way, and bought the best meal he could find. Jesus arrived, and Zacchaeus was the happiest person he could be. He said to Jesus, I am so happy that I'm going to give half of my riches to the poor, and I'm going to pay 4 times the amount back to those people I've stolen from. Jesus said, salvation has come to Zacchaeus' house today, and he was no longer nasty, but nice. So that's what Jesus longs to do for every person on this planet. He wants to make bad things good and nasty people nice, if of course they will let him.